Cup of Team. Comedy for connoisseurs.
Yeah, cool. I'll catch you later at the movie, group of friends who are definitely there. Oh, hey, I didn't hear you come in. Bye. Hi, Benedict here from CupOfTeam. Now, in case you didn't know, today, Saturday the 6th of August, is actually the 20th birthday of the internet. Because it's the 20th birthday of the internet, I thought I'd make a special video all about the internets, and I'm going to give you a brief history of the internet. It's going to be fun, and you never know, you might even learn something too. So let's begin at the beginning. That's a stupid saying. The internet had been around since about the 50s, but only in little amounts, like little cup-sized amounts of internet being passed around. But the internet as we know it today, the big open free internet thing, was invented in about 1989 by an Englishman by the name of Sir Tim Berners-Lee. Tim was sitting around at CERN, which is the organisation in Switzerland that built the Hadron Collider that's probably going to kill us all, and he was really bored, so he decided he'd staple his phone to his computer, and then suddenly the computer lit up and it was full of pictures of cats and celebrity death rumours, and the internet as we know it was born. In 1991 he put the first ever internet message thing up on the internet. That's the technical term. By the mid-90s, lots of companies were getting involved in the internet, lots of little software companies, and started putting up the first websites, including a little company that would come to be known as Microsoft, famous of course for the Microsoft iPhone. Microsoft built something they called Microsoft Word Online. This became known as Internet Explorer in 2004. By the end of the 90s, the internet was getting very, very popular with businesses, mainly because of a little search engine that popped up in 1998. You've guessed it, Bing. Bing was a revolution. It was the first ever big search engine. Until now, the internet was just a collection of like websites and things, another technical term. But Bing meant that you could just search and find whatever you wanted. It made the internet a whole lot easier to use and suddenly became everyone's homepage. Because of the success of Bing and the rise of popularity in the internet, people started making their own websites, and companies started massively investing in whatever websites they could get their hands on. And this was called the .com bubble. Basically, it was just crazy investing in anything, like cats.com, brooms.com, .com.com, which was a very sort of Inception-like website within a website. And as we know, all bubbles eventually have to burst, especially if they're in bubble wrap, because that's just too awesome to pop. Eventually it got to the point where this situation happened. Hello, I'm an investor, and I'm investing in lots of internet companies. Isn't that great? Yeah, cool, but haven't you noticed that all these internet companies are rubbish? Oh yeah, they're not going to make me any money at all. Wait, oh my god. And then they all failed. And all these websites failed, and loads of people lost loads of money. But the websites that survived, Bing, eBay, Amazon and stuff, they went on and became bigger and bigger. eBay, of course, being the first website in English. By 2005, all 11 continents were connected to the internet, and internet usage was huge, thanks in part to a little company known as Bing, which now owns YouTube's. But then, of course, because Bing was so popular, it spawned lots of other little imitators, like this thing, Google. I mean, come on, it's just the worst business sense ever. You've got this really huge, powerful company, and they're like, oh, we want to start a new website, we want to invest in something. Let's see, where's there a market that isn't completely dominated by one company? I know, search engines. They didn't think, oh, Bing completely owns the search engine market, let's make our own one called Google. And so Google tried to make their own version of Bing, and it was rubbish and slower than Bing, and just everyone thought it was hilarious and a big waste of money. In 2010, Friendster got a surprise when Facebook came along. Facebook was kind of like Google, but not at all, because it had friends and stuff. And also, it was kind of like Google+, although that didn't exist yet. And everyone was on there. Of course, Facebook was invented by Jesse Eisenberg, who played himself in the hit film The Facebook Story, directed by Steven Spielberg, but which lost out to The Black Swan on almost every Grammy. That's just the politics of Hollywood, I suppose. In 2005, a little website came along that allowed people to keep up to date with all the cat news in the world at once. It became pretty popular, and I think you might be familiar with it. It's called YouTube. Get it? 'Cause this is YouTube. So. And then in 2010, CupOfTeam joined YouTube and changed the world forever. And now we reach 2011. The internet is bigger, wider, thicker and more tasty than ever. In fact, it was recently measured by the government and they found the internet was the size of the whole of Yorkshire. And that's just the internet, never mind the outer net. The outer net's the size of like the sun. Because nothing is infinite, everything has corners and sides, and so does the internet. And if you search long enough, you'll reach a barrier that says, sorry, you can't go any further, you've reached the end of the internet. An example of one of these barriers in the link in the description below. Click on that after this video. So that's it. The internet is 20 today, 3 years older than me, but 4 years wiser. Happy birthday, internet. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the history of it, and I hope the internet continues to expand, enlighten us, enrich us, and with the 1% of the internet that is actually creative and continues to disturb, creep out, and generally depress us with the 99% of the internet that just shouldn't exist. I'm Benedict Townsend. Ta-ra! You know when Bing came out, did you kind of think that when you type something in and press enter, it would go Bing and give you your search results? Because I was really hoping it would make a Bing noise. To be honest, Microsoft, if you're watching, which I know you do, you watch this YouTube channel, if you make it have a little Bing noise, I will switch to it because that would be freaking awesome. Can you imagine just CupOfTeam official?